Hello guys, and welcome to today's post-market analysis video. This is the post-market analysis of the 16th February 2022, and a very quiet day today. Nothing really to talk about much. So we had marked this level here. This was the level at which the market opened with this weak candle in Nifty, and it was exactly the level where it took resistance initially. We had marked this level in yesterday's video also, 17426.90. So this is where price action showed maximally today. You can see this level, and three times you could see that twice before earlier in the day it took resistance, and from there it fell from here right up to the central pivot range, and from there price went up, again took resistance at the same level, and finally it broke out of that level. And you can, as I've already told you, you can mark a line here for the day's first candle, which becomes the high. Now that is the resistance that is important, and that candle was this candle here, which was the 1340, that is the 1:40 p.m. candle that broke out of that resistance. But you can see that the CPR today was abnormally wide, a very wide CPR today, and on wide CPR the price usually tends to stay sideways. I had said that in yesterday's video also. So no real surprises in today's price action pattern, and given yesterday's price action, I had said in yesterday's video that it is highly unlikely for price to have a trend in indices on back-to-back trading sessions. So since you saw the kind of rally that had happened yesterday, that was more than 500 points in Nifty, you could see that today it was a sideways day. So this day did not indicate any entry to me. This was not the kind of patterns on which I trade at all. And anyway, in sideways days we don't get any breakouts or any particular reversal kind of setups. So I don't trade on such setups. So let's go ahead and check the levels for tomorrow as per today's price action. Let's just extend this Virgin CPR coming from the 11th, and this level can be deleted now. You can see that we have a very wide CPR today, and you can go ahead and mark this CPR, which was touched by a very small body of candles today. So you can go ahead and mark a Virgin CPR for tomorrow. You can see that CPR here was just barely touched by these candles here, but you can still consider it to be a Virgin CPR for tomorrow. So yes, that is an important level for tomorrow's trading session. One area here where you have the PDH, where you can mark, because of this fall, the supply zone here, and you have a strong support at the Virgin CPR itself. And rest of the levels we have coming from the past trading sessions. So historical levels, please extend them as they are. This is the demand zone coming from the 15th of February. So just extend that level. And yes, I don't think there are any other levels to mark in Nifty as of now. If I find any more other levels, I'll update them on Twitter. So please follow me on Twitter. My Twitter handle is @thepivottrade. Okay, so now let's go ahead and check out Bank Nifty. This was Bank Nifty for today, and it opened with this doji kind of a candle which opened outside the previous day's range. So this is the PDH that is marked here in dots. That's the PDH, and Bank Nifty opened outside the PDH, but then in the very next candle it broke down and broke the PDH, after which price fell towards the CPR. And even Bank Nifty traded in a single zone today, and it was a range bound day even in Bank Nifty. And you could see that we had marked this level out here, which was respected. Price opened and took resistance at the same level, the level being the 38396.60 and the 38361.55. These levels we had marked previously, and you could again see that price took resistance at the same place when price reached the top again. But in particular, this is not a day on which I take entries, because I know that price tends to stay sideways on a smaller time frame like 5 minutes, within the volatility, it can take away the SL. So I usually avoid trading on such days when the CPR is so abnormally wide. You can see this is the kind of CPR that we had today. So it was very wide, and so it did not suggest me to take any trade entry today. So given Bank Nifty's price action, let's go ahead and plot important levels for tomorrow. You can delete this level now. This level was respected initially, but later price went and respected the level on top, which happens to be the 3396.60 level, right? So you can let that level be. So that entire zone can be stretched to the PDH and let the level stay as it is. And you can extend the demand zone that is coming from the 15th of February, as well as the demand zone coming from the January to 25th, 2022. So you can just extend this zone. And we also have the Virgin CPR coming from the 11th of February 2022. Now, do you mark the Virgin CPR here as we marked in Nifty? No, because we see a chunk of candles that have closed inside the Virgin CPR. So don't bother marking the Virgin CPR now. So nothing to discuss as far as today's price action. Today was a pretty blank day. It was a sideways day, which was anyway expected given yesterday's rally. And whenever the day rallies, like yesterday it happened in yesterday's session, you can see a very wide CPR, which already anyway indicates that it is going to be a sideways or a range bound kind of a day, where you will not really be able to see any breakout patterns. And you know that the patterns that I most commonly follow are the breakout of CPR. I'll just write here, I take the breakout of CPR pattern most often because I trade purely based on CPR, and I take the reversal pattern at the Virgin CPR. These two are my favorite patterns. I've also made videos on these patterns. So I typically and particularly trade mostly based on the CPR. I also use the CPR magnet trade quite often, where I have talked about it in the video that I have made about the CPR magnet trade, in which I have said about the relation between the CPR and the R1 or the CPR and the S1. So if you haven't watched that video yet, please go ahead and watch it also, and please get yourself that knowledge of how to trade based on the S1 and the R1 pivots. And obviously you know that I like the ascending descending CPR pattern also, which I have discussed in the strategy video. So please go and check that strategy out also. So I think that's it for today's levels. Any important levels I will definitely update on the Twitter channel. Thank you for watching this video. If you have liked it, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel, and also hit the bell icon so you're notified each time I post a new video. Thank you for watching. Have a great day ahead.